Hello again. This video in response to a lady for whom I had made a tartan sash, and she's several hundred miles to the south. She cannot come to the shop, or she could not come to the shop. So when she ordered, when they ordered the tartan sash, I placed the order with the mill because it's custom woven. Their minimum order is 4 meters. So she paid for the entire 4 meters because I have no use for the rest of the cloth. It is, of course, too long. She's swimming in the stuff. So they asked how to shorten it. So again, rather than reams of text, let me show you. So first off, proceed with caution because you can't put cloth back on once you've shortened it. What I would suggest is with your husband is that you practice draping the cloth and pinning it. Let's say let's start with a foot. Pin it up, shorten it by a foot by pinning it in place, and then practice draping it until by moving that, shortening it without damaging it, and then playing with it, you find the length that best suits you based on your height and your physique and everything else. It's only then, pardon me, it's only then that after you've played with it and experimented with it and found the length that best suits you, that it's time to shorten it. And the way to shorten it is, you can cut it, but you're not going to get a cut's never going to be straight. So taking your courage into your hands, what we do, and this is just a sample piece. I pulled this out of the leftover cloth pile, so this is representative. This is the right width of your cloth, but it's certainly not the length, and it's certainly not your tartan. So what we do is we make a little snip, and we put the scissors away. Then we pick the cloth up, and we rip it. It sounds dramatic. I guess it is dramatic, but that gives you a dead straight line. And now the next stage, get rid of that. Well, actually, you're probably going to have a substantial piece left over. So put it to one side because you might find a use for it. God knows what it'll be, but you'll find a use for it. So now we have this raw edge, which you want to fringe. And it was just a plain teased out fringe. So what we do is we just start pulling at the yarn. And I'll just grab myself a needle here. I've got my quilter's mat underneath, so I'm not scratching up the table. And what we do, well, let's just tease out. I got 2 there, but we tease out a line, and we just go back and forth. Now, eventually, any minute now, eventually, okay, it's starting to happen now. The weave is going to start to grab the yarn. There we go. And where it's going to grab the yarn is at the ends to begin with, because this is a continuous weave. There's no tuck and cut at the end. This just keeps going. Now you can see it's starting to, there we go. It's reached the point where it doesn't want to come off. Oh, there it goes. But it's reaching the point where it doesn't want to come off anymore. And for that, because on your sash, we want to come back about, I don't know, 3, maybe even 4 fingers, right? There's 2 ways to do it. One of them is to very patiently deal with the yarn and tease it out again when it comes to the quarter. Now we've got several yards there right now, so it's maybe time for me to break that and pull it off the end. You can see how it really wants to hold on, right? Which is actually great because it is in a way self-sealing. Okay, now we're back to pulling it, and I am at the corner, and it doesn't want to come, so let's tease it out with the needle. Oh, didn't happen yet. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So yeah, that's either an enjoyable evening. If you drink, have a glass of wine. It'll make it easier. Or it'll be insufferably tedious. You choose. But you just keep doing that ever so slowly, as you can see, because the cloth is fighting me now. And again, that is an advantage because it doesn't want to unravel any further. There's other cloths tweed is an example where you rip a line or you cut a line and it just sort of disassembles itself. It's really terrifying. But there we go. That's how you shorten it. And I'm not going to spend the next hour or so, but I'm sure you will be, gently teasing it back till you've got a fringe equal to the one on the other end. So thank you, and carry on.